Folks, now yesterday I did my blood donation. That's one of the photos, and I'm just here to discuss about. Gosh, I even forgot about the topic. I have to get my head around of it. Let me just pause the video first. Okay, I'm back now. I know the topic. There's a favorite quote that's coming out of the World Economic Forum. You'll be happy to own nothing. Now, I know to many of you guys may see that that's just bullshit. And if I think about it now, it's actually coming to a light reality. Now, I know if the Europe is a lot more ahead of Australia, minimalistic lifestyle is the way to go with many of those. Many of the younger generation or my generation or whatever cannot own a property or even think about buying a property or X, Y, and Z, right? When you have not owning generation, it's going to be a very difficult down the path, especially retirement. But obviously they can enjoy life, they can travel, they can have the money and blow it out or whatever. But however, the migrants on the other hand are working double or 3 or 4 jobs to stay afloat, to chase the Australian dreams, where many of the locals only want to work 9 to 5, one job, and they're happy. So it's called, whether you call it laziness or whatever, that's the lifestyle that they choose, right? Whatever how it is. Now you got the boomers generation. The boomers, if you look at it, boomers and before, they bought houses, they're married, they have kids, they bought houses, and they bought investments and another house or whatever to pass the wealth of the generational wealth down the track. As we can see nowadays, look, all I can say this. I remember my aunt who bought a property in this suburb called Preston. I know you guys won't know it. Back in year 2000, it was cost $200,000 for her to purchase that property. Now it's probably worth 1.2 million. Or whatever the price tag is. You see, it's so unrealistic for a family nowadays. Yeah, you can probably save up 10% or 15% and buy that property, but you'll be a slave for another 40 years. And I don't think you can pay it off as well. And this is where a lot of the leftists does not like people who pass down their wealth. And then that's where it becomes where Victoria is getting the land tax. Even though it has claimed 0.1% starting from 2024, on top of your land tax, you pay $975. So if your land worth more than $300,000, then you have to pay 0.1%. That's what is claimed on the article that I've made in the past. I've spoke to my accountant last week ago. My accountant has claimed the fact that he knows that the 3 properties in one particular rich area called Glen Iris, an owner who owns 3 properties in the same street, who has been slapped $36,000 tax. But could you imagine next year? That was last financial year. What about next financial year? What's going to be like? It's going to be slapped 10%. So that's why I said, it's taking the investment away from people like us. It's going to crush the middle class. It's going to crush everything else. That's where it's going to head to. And that's why I said it's very difficult when we have this minimalistic generation, and as well those who has wealth. It's going to be very difficult on the end goal where they want to be retirement or whatever.